You know, Mushoku Tensei really is something so special and magical that you really only can truly appreciate it by watching exhausted reviews, where I'm exhausted and I make reviews. And today we're talking about Mushoku Tensei Season 2, Episode 6. I know it came out yesterday. Y'all, I've had some things go bad for me lately. I don't want to get too much into it because I'm trying to be like Rudy and just fight through the pain, man. Just keep on going and keep on trucking. Because that's what Mushoku Tensei is all about, is self-improvement and pressing forward, blazing that trail of glory and persevering. So through our perseverance, we're going to keep going. And through, like Rudy, he's going back to school, y'all. It's back to school season in the wonderful world of the Renoa Music Academy, and Rudy is taking classes. He's taking magic barrier classes, a couple other classes. He, when he was a kid, he was kind of just goofing off with Sylphie, or Roxy, sorry, with Roxy. But now he's starting to take things seriously, getting a better understanding of the magic that he knows and that he's been taught, and he's researching the library. So he's definitely settled. He's been here for like a good month or so, and he's really just settled into a routine of training and studying and researching, and that's I feel like that's where I want to be in life, is just training, researching, and studying. So shout out to him for getting that full ride scholarship. Scholarships really make a difference, man. And then I love the transition that they use to really help emphasize that we're just like dropping into the middle of his daily routine, because he goes to bed looking at the statue, which the statues are going to be the focal point of this episode. So he goes to bed, right? And it's hilarious because the opening to Mushoku Tensei is him having a dream. So it just really plays in well and on itself. It's hilarious. He goes to bed in the beginning of the episode, only to wake up mid dream and to continue his daily routine. So it's just, I like the attention to detail they put into the show. They really give it a lot of love and care, and they even address what I was talking about last episode too. Rudy notices that Fitz talks to him a lot, because I mean they start this episode with a full blown conversation. Fitz is genuinely going out of the way to just talk to Rudy and be nice to him, and like he's literally like, "Can I help you out?" And Rudy says yes, and then literally bro shakes his hand and hits him with the and a little anime girl head tilt, and Rudy is like, "Shit, am I gay now?" He's like the dude from Mulan. He's like, he doesn't know. Does he know? He doesn't know. He doesn't know. So he's like, "Bro, there's no way it's possible." And I love the dichotomy between the two of them, because we see them. He's also talking about how he's like, like, you always wear these sunglasses, can't tell you. He's trying to get to know him more. He's almost kind of like dodging him a little bit because he can't really talk to me. Because he can't really talk to him. And Rudy is like, "Well, you already talk so much. Like, how come you never talk to me? How come you talking to me so much?" And Rudy, clearly not picking up on him saying, "I'm shy around strangers," which clearly means you're not a stranger. Like, bro just doesn't get it. Bro just doesn't understand. He's crazy. He started the conversation with me. He just doesn't get it. And this scene right here is really fun because we have these two bridges. We have the regular bridge that has no gaps and paths. It's a lot easier to cross. And then we have the stone bridge. And these two, they take different paths, and it shows where they're at in life right now. Rudy is taking the gapped path, the one that's a bit more treacherous to walk through. Meanwhile, Fitz kind of has it easy at the academy. He doesn't have to worry about a lot of stuff. I'm calling him Fitz, but it's really Sylphie. But so that kind of shows like the gaps also in Rudy's knowledge. And meanwhile, Sylphie has put everything together. So like it's just kind of funny. And so notice Sylphie is also a little higher above Rudeus too, because Sylphie has obviously been delegated to a higher status, I guess we'll call it, since he's like this princess guard now. And it's just fun. And Rudy, he's like, yeah, you know, your master sounds like a great person. So Fitz referring to Sylphie or to Rudy as his master who taught him wordless magic, spellless, wordless incantations. And he really doesn't know. Like, he sees the cute anime girl smile. He doesn't know. He's like, bro, am I gay? I know I don't swing that way, but like, am I gay, bro? Fitz is a man enshrouded in mysteries. Maybe he can help me. He's gonna help my ED by turning me gay. What? And this is where the real meat and bones of the episode comes in. After Rudy has really gotten to know Fitz and is working with Zanoba, and this guy is a total like freaking bro. This guy is a lunatic. This guy he has a bit too much love for his figurines. I guess he doesn't even know how to make them either, which is crazy. So he has to get Rudy to make them for him, and he's trying to train him. And then because Rudy is just like has been doing this shit since he was a kid, his magic level is just on another level. So Zanoba just doesn't have the magic for it. And even when they try using clay, like the real deal, he's one of the chosen children. He killed his own brother with his bare hands on accident. So of course he's not able to use the clay because he just got a big strong boy, big beefy hands. And that's why it's hilarious seeing him pick Rudeus up and stuff, because he could accidentally crush him at a moment's notice. And so it's Sylphie. I'm pretty sure Sylphie. I think so. Sylphie kind of has a pay it forward type plan. Because I don't know if this is correct. Let me know if this is correct in the comments. Was Sylphie ever a slave? Maybe she became a slave when she was bought by the princess. I don't remember her being a slave back in their hometown. But I also don't remember a lot of her back in the hometown. So I feel like I don't remember a lot of her family life back then. I don't know if she was living with. I think she might have had parents back then. But Fitz suggests that they should go basically find a slave to teach how to do this whole wordless incantation thing. And it's hilarious because bro really pulls up. He's like, bro, I need to ask you a question. And he's like, bro puts his hands together and does the heel click. He does the anime turn. He's like, you know, you guys are going to get a slave. He's like, well, if you're going to get a slave, maybe, you know, I am free next month if you guys are free. I am kind of free next month, y'all. So, like, you know, just let me know if you guys have any openings. And then he he's like, oh, so you want to go? He's like, oh shit, like, is that cool with you? Like, do you mind? Fitz this hilarious. And then bro pulls up with bro tries to pull up with the swag, bro. Hits him with the full body posture, the full erect non-committal posture, bro. And then Brutus puts him in his place, bro. Lets him know this isn't just Sylphie. This is freaking Silent Fitz, dog. You should put some respect on his name, the name of Silent Fitz. And this is when we get into the controversial part of the episode, because yes, they do in fact pull a shield hero and go to a slave auction. And we won't skip around. We won't show too much of the slave auction because there are some naked people happening here. But they look for a dwarvish elf girl, and they literally buy a 6-year-old dwarf girl who's malnourished. Like, they pull up to her, and there's literally just people in caves. Like, this is just. I'm surprised Fitz even thought about this. I have a feeling the only reason Fitz suggested this is because I think Sylphie has some personal connection to being a slave, and she wants to sort of help pull someone else out of that pit. She wants to help someone else like get their freedom, especially a child too. When trying to teach someone wordless incantation, just get a child out of that situation is especially like something I could see Sylphie doing. She's a very noble person. And these slave ones, bro, I hate how they draw them brown too, because they make them look like they're freaking Middle Easterners, bro. Like, these Middle Easterners out here running the slave trade. I mean, yeah, it's true they used to run wild back in the day, but times have changed. I don't think Middle Eastern people deserve to be the slavers in every fantasy anime. Times have changed, y'all. We can have non-Middle Eastern slavers. But yeah, so bro's trying to talk him out of this. Rudy, from his time in the demon continent, he can speak the demon language, and so he's trying to have a conversation with her, and she doesn't speak because She's a slave, bro. She's literally a 6-year-old slave. What reason would she have to speak, bro? She doesn't want to talk. She's literally just like traumatized. And the bro's literally about to pull a whip out on her. We're just like, bro, please do not whip this child in front of me. I don't want to see any kids getting whipped today, bro. You can chill with that. Can you just chill with that for 5 minutes, please? 5 minutes is all I ask of no whipping children, please and thank you. And he's like he's looking at her face and her eyes. And he can just tell, bro, because he was like, he can tell she's lifeless from being locked in a cage. I mean, like, bro, like, it's the same face Rudy had, and I feel like some of us have definitely not been in this situation before, but we have moments where everything, it's just like, bro, everything is going wrong, and it really feels like rock bottom. And I like that Rudy, you know, he sees the despair and he sees the anguish and the pain, and he's like, you're suffering right now. I could literally just kill you and you wouldn't have to suffer anymore. I'm trying to just like level with the girl, being like, bro, like, kids shouldn't have to go through this. You know, kids really are not supposed to be chained up in cages and basements, bro. So like, if I can't save you, but I can at least end your suffering. So he's like, so what do you want to do? And he's like, I'm gonna give you one choice, bro. Puts his hand on the neck and says, speak. Like, bro, literally say, what do you want? This is your chance to say what you want. And bro, she pulls up with the... Bro's about to leave. And she can't say anything. She says, want to die. And he's like, oh, like, actually breaking through to her. Being like, she's actually breaking through to her. Not only breaking through to her, but getting her to admit she doesn't want to die. So yes, she's suffering, she's in pain, and she is lifeless, but she doesn't want to die. And Rudy's just like, that's enough, you know? You don't have to want to live. You just have to not want to die. And that's all it really takes to be saved, is to just some kindness and the willingness to stay alive. So they feed her, they name her Juliet, and honestly, as far as slave treatment goes in anime, this is definitely, like, you can see the philosophy behind this. I feel like it's impossible to not see the philosophy behind Sylphie's act of kindness and them. Like, I feel like slavery in anime is interesting. Like, nobody is ever saying slavery is a good thing in anime, like, unless you're watching, like, redo of Healer. Usually it's always portrayed as this bad light. People need to stop pretending like slavery didn't exist, so that we can call it out in the modern day. Because these people were only in prison because they had a debt to pay off. And you know what happens in America when you don't pay off your debt? You go to prison. So, and you'd have to do hard labor. So I don't see the difference, honestly. This is literally just prison. Like, slavery is literally just prison. I'm sorry, prison is slavery. Slavery is prison. Y'all need to get off your high horse about this whole slavery and anime debate, because, yo, it's all around us right now in America. So why don't you guys go get mad about something that's like actually a problem in America, or actually a problem in the real world, before you start whining and complaining because you're the main character of your anime saved someone from slavery. Like, bro, like, y'all need to chill. Y'all seriously need to chill. And so yeah, basically now Rudy has another pupil, almost like a daughter at this point. He's kind of like a stepdaughter. And she's honestly freaking adorable. Look at her. She's just trying her best to clean up after this dude, this messy ass man. And she's even like getting one-on-one lessons from Rudy. And she's like not malnourished anymore. Like bro, like, people are gonna see this. Like, bro, they literally like saved her life and then literally just help her. Like, yeah, she's technically a servant to them, but like, yeah, Rudy is a good guy, and like, y'all are just tripping. Like, people need to stop with this. So this is objectively like a big step forward for Rudy as a character to reach out to someone else who is suffering and do whatever he can in his means to be able to help them and provide support for them and get them out of a horrible situation. Nobody wants to be a slave. Why are you mad that he's making someone not a slave? Is that a bad thing? Is it a bad thing to get someone out of a cage? I'm sorry, I didn't know that was controversial. Maybe we should just lock up everybody in cages in anime, and we'll just have a whole big old cage fest, yeah? You guys like that? Leave a comment if you of which anime girl you want to see locked in a cage the most. That's it for me. I'm out. Hope you guys have a good day. Peace.